What is good, everybody? I am back with a brand new video, and today I'm at Arthur O. Fisher. Going to be playing 6 holes to compare the Champion Teebird versus the DX Teebird. I have my thoughts of how this is going to end up, of course, but I thought it would be fun to show you a disc that comes in a beginner pack, or at least I think it does, versus a disc in a more premium plastic, but the same mold. We have hole 1 here at 310 feet. It's a par 3, and we're gonna start off with trying to throw these as flat as we can and see the difference right off the bat. Starting with the Champion, there is water off to the left side, which maybe it's not the best idea to throw these flat right now, but we're gonna. Nice straight to pretty solid stability there. That probably got close to the water. Oh my gosh. Cut roll, cut roll. Yeah, that's what we went for. Immediately see how unstable it is. Now I'm gonna link both of these discs up with a Warden as their putter. So if we can shoot around the same score as we do with the Champion Teebird, I think it's a success. You can't actually see the basket right here because it's directly behind that tree, but I think it's time to break out the Warden to try to save this par. Yeah. Get it. That would have been a highlight putt right off the go. Oh, couple of pars to start off the round. Crazy understability from the DX Teebird. Now that we know that, I think we can adjust and hopefully we can throw the Teebird a little bit better from here on. So if you didn't know, the Teebird is a 7502 fairway driver. So it tends to be very predictable, very straight flight to a very predictable finish. That's kind of what you saw out of that Champion Teebird back there. Straight to a stable finish, just like it should. Having both of these in my hand. The DX one's flight plate, it rises more before it flattens off, whereas the Champion one, it definitely rises, but not as much as a DX before it gets flatter. So kind of interesting. The overall shape just feels slightly different. We have a long bomber here in hole 2, 565 feet, par 4. I have to throw the DX Teebird first. This time I'm gonna put it on some hyzer, maybe not throw it as hard, see if we can get some good results out of it. Wow. I mean, it's an easy disc to throw. You don't have to throw it very hard. I threw that on the hyzer just about like this, flipped all the way to flat. Could have thrown it a little bit harder to get some turn out of it. Now the Champion Teebird, I cannot throw on hyzer. This needs to come out flat, if not on a little bit of ante to get its distance. I didn't throw it very hard. You can see how quick it came out of that ante though. That's honestly probably the same distance with the DX one. I did not throw that as well as I could have. Now, if you are a beginner, the DX Teebird honestly might be a really good disc for you. That's what I used when I was beginning, and I saw the best results out of that fairway driver than I did with anything else. Now, when I learned of the Champion one, I had bought it from my brother. Still kind of had a weak arm. I mean, weaker than I do now. And I threw it and it was just so overstable. I was like, Austin, this is not a Teebird. Well, it's just the plastic for you and what it does to the disc. 100% could have put more on this Champion Teebird. That was just kind of a mistake by me. No way. I definitely discredited the disc a lot. Should have thrown it flat. Should have thrown it harder. I wasn't expecting to make that mistake. I guess this puts the DX Teebird in a good spot because I'm not getting a birdie from that spot I just threw from. Turn, go baby, go, go, go. It's trying to drift. Not terrible, not my best of efforts. Try to throw it in. Pin high with the DX Teebird. I needed it to just ride right a little bit longer, but this leaves me a jump putt. Let's go. There's no shot I birdied with that disc before I birdied with the Champion. Tap in. All right, the goal is alive. The DX Teebird is in the lead. We got hole 3 here at 310 feet. This is typically a really wide forehand for me. This low ceiling really cuts off the line drive to it, at least for me. For the DX Teebird, I'm gonna have to throw backhand turnover. For the Champion Teebird, I'm gonna try and trust it this time and not short arm it like I did just a second ago. Yeah, look how stable it is before that tree. Yeah. Now here's the DX Teebird. That's gonna be more of a backhand turnover. I'm awful at this shot, but this is kind of what I have to resort to with this disc. I need it higher. Good line, just needed it higher. If you guys are enjoying the content, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. If you have any ideas for future videos, leave those down in the comments. I really appreciate it. Thank you. For birdie with the champion Teebird. Got it. Here's where the DX putter shot landed. Hole 4 is going to be 335 feet, par 3. It is mandatory to go over the geese, so hopefully I don't miss that mandatory. I have to start off with the DX Teebird. Oh, get out of it. Get out of it. That's so much hyzer too. Oh, no way, Max. Well, there you have it. One mess up after another. Made the mandatory, didn't kill any geese, so that's a positive to this. I'm actually further out with the champion one. Get out of it. Too short. Good line, too short. Taking a couple of pars on hole 4. Definitely wanted a little bit of separation there. No matter the disc, but I'll take the same score. Hole 5 is going to be a par 3 at 250 feet. It is an island green, so there is a little creek there, about 30 from the basket. The champion Teebird is up first to throw. This is really just a hyzer and just kind of let the disc work itself over there. Wow, I think I absolutely pinned it. A little bit further, maybe I had a chance to go in. Now I'm gonna try to do the same thing with the DX Teebird. Put it on hyzer, but I think this is gonna be more of a stall shot because I think it's gonna flatten up out there and then kind of easily come back down. Or just go dead straight. I did not throw that hard. Maybe I should have just went at the basket. Like that immediately flipped up, turned, and went straight. Still trying to learn the DX Teebird. I thought I kind of had it down, but turns out I don't. Turns out you can't really put it on enough hyzer and throw it soft enough at the same time. At least I can't. That was a full run, Max, really? That is gonna put the champion Teebird up 1 going into the last hole. All right, it all comes down to this. Hole 6 is gonna be 560 feet. It is a par 4. The DX Teebird is down by 1 stroke. And with this being a long hole, I don't know if it really benefits it or not, but the good thing is I can't really throw the champion Teebird all that far, if I'm being honest. Really what I'm looking for here, because I've done it time and time again today, is I've tried to put this on a lot of hyzer and just throw it really hard and hope the hyzer takes care of, you know, the power difference of how understable it is. I think I need to go a lot of hyzer, just a nice smooth shot. Get one that stays in the air and gets a full flight out of it. Okay, flipped up to flat. It was nice and smooth. That's significantly short. I didn't get it to turn at all. Significantly farther. Yeah, that's all you really can ask for. I don't even know if I could get the DX Teebird to the basket from where I landed, honestly. But we do have a nice helping tailwind now. I think I just want to go for the same shot, just a slightly harder. Oh, I did it. Oh my gosh. That is genuinely the best shot I've thrown with that Teebird all day today. Must have had enough height to it, enough helping tailwind to kind of keep it more stable. And I think I threw it slightly nose up. So that was awesome. Definitely just put pressure on myself because that is absolutely parked. That's the best shot I have thrown today. I'm thoroughly impressed with myself. But if we can park this shot here, it won't matter at all. Still gonna be champion in the lead if we park it. Skip maybe? That was a bad shot, and I'm sorry to the champion Teebird. We can make the putt, but that was terrible. It's almost like after throwing the really understable Teebird, once I get to the more stable one, I just short arm it. I think that's what's happening here. I gotta kind of remind myself that you still need to throw the champion one hard. Otherwise it comes up a mile short. Here's what it comes down to. Is this putt. If it goes in, the champion Teebird wins. If it doesn't, we might have a tie if I can make the other putt. I've definitely let you down. I thought the shot was more parked than it is. Yep. That was very interesting. These little challenge videos between 2 discs, it's like preying on my own downfall every time I play. It's like, okay, if this disc does good, This one needs to also do good. If it does bad, then it's because you're bad. So it's like, it's a kind of a lose-lose situation for myself. At the end of the day, I see this more of a win for the DX Teebird. And I mean, in all seriousness, it's this guy's fault regardless of who wins. But what I do see is the DX Teebird does have some pros as well as some cons, I would say. And the pros are, if you're a beginner, I think this is a great disc because it's really going to be able to teach you some of the angles you need to throw on. It's a really easy disc to get into the air and to throw smooth. It flips up really nicely. The cons are, if you have a little bit of a bigger arm, it's might be a little bit useless to you. I found it really hard to get distance out of it, which is because it was so flippy for me. I was trying to throw it on a lot of hyzer and let that account for how understable it is. But throwing it really hard like that, once it gets on Annie, kind of just stays on Annie. The Champion is super reliable, straight and stable, just like you would want it. I think if you have a bigger arm, this disc is a must to have, whether it's a different company or it's Innova's Teebird. It's a disc that needs to be in the bag. But all in all, that is it for this video. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, and we will see you in the next one.